Hello everyone, it's Nakitori here today. So today I'm going to be showing you the various types of generators and which is the most efficient of them all. Right here I just filled up the heat collector so we could see how efficient this is compared to its brothers. The reason I set this up last is because the heat collector has a chance of breaking lava. I want to use that to determine which is more efficient, which is not. So yeah, once the lava breaks, we're going to count that as the time of efficiency per use. Now you're probably wondering, Akatori, what are you doing here? Why are you testing the efficiency of things? So I'm testing the efficiency of things based on one use. So basically, with the P-Fire engine here, for example, I used one peat and that's it. And that goes for all of these as well. So we're going to go over the results, we're going to find out which is the more efficient, and you're going to see which is the best of them all. So I'm going to find out when this is done, as soon as one of the lava source blocks breaks. And yeah, that's how we'll determine. Anyway, to get started, we're going to go over the Peat-Fired engine. The Peat-Fired engine, it only generates 50k RF, which isn't that much compared to many other things. But I'm also going to talk about the efficiency or the ease of getting materials. So peat is literally you got by putting bog earth and then you put it near a river. Take a little bit of time and there you go. So 50k for dirt, maybe. Here we have a biogas, which is made by using biogas. So to get biogas, let me just show you really quickly. Biogas is actually quite cheap, or biomass. You get some fruit juice, you get some trees, and then you get some mulch, and then you turn that into biomass. They consume the sapling. Yeah, it's pretty efficient, you know, things considered. It's really cheap as well. You only need some trees, some fruit, and yeah, you can make it. So yeah, 125k for that. Peat is something a little easier to get. But when you chop down a tree, you always get more saplings than you always get dirt anyway, so yeah. It's basically 4 p per dirt, so yeah. The clockwork engine is just poopy overall. At full power, at full charge, when you hold it red, you get 22,860, which isn't really that impressive. Sorry, just making sure this thing is working still. Wow, that's generating still a lot of energy. So that's all forestry machines. Out of all of them, this is probably the strongest. Yes. Moving on. Anyway, also it's one of the more efficient because it only consumed all the biogas but did not finish all the lava. So, take that in mind when you have this done. Yeah. Over here we have the bioreactor from Action Editions, which only gave us 796 flux for one seed. I mean, considering it's one seed, that's pretty impressive on its own right. It's even more efficient than this thing, which only gives 300 flux per leaf, which is pretty impressive still. So if you have a forestry farm, use this. Use this really quickly. Use this badly. Use this in your lifetime, please, for the love of God. Help me. Help me! Anyway. On to serious topics, though. Leaf eating generator isn't really that useful unless you have a tree farm, so yeah. Although, yeah, you just need a tree farm. You just need seed here. I'm not going over the cost of the machines because I'm going to assume you already have it. Now this was using the most efficient fuel for this thing, which is empowered canola oil, which got us nearly 1 mil RF a tick, which isn't that bad, which isn't too shabby, which is pretty awesome. And then we got a lava bucket put in the coal generator, because that's probably one of the most efficient, which got us about 500k. Now the big guys. You think, oh god, these are gonna win. So we have one steam can for this steam turbine, and we're gonna see what happens. So, boop. So we have about 204k, which apparently Ankitor does, and considering it's only water, that is a lot. It's just pure water. And unlike all the other things you have to wait to grow and crops and whatever, this is something you can have infinite amounts of using just a simple fluid pump, so pretty efficient in my book. And now we have the diesel generator, the original. So we put in a biodiesel can, and we wait. 512, which is about half a mil. Actually, that's actually half a gigabyte, I think. Nah. So yeah, that is pretty efficient in its own right. But this is the thing. When you're comparing the fact that this steam only takes literally water to make, you can literally make it by using water. Yeah, you could literally use it by only water, but you need to make some convoluted blocks, which I have over there in the distance, which includes a mirror, a bloody steam tower thingy, and a distillation thing way in the distance. So yeah, this is literally only using water though, but I have a formula I put up. You need about you need 2 buckets of water to turn into 1 distilled water, which makes sense. You need about 4 of those to make you need 4 of those to make 3 buckets of steam. So you turn 8 buckets into 3 buckets of steam, which is not the most efficient method, but considering water is infinite, I don't know. It's pretty efficient in my book. And I probably wonder, Akitori, why is the lava thing still going? I honestly have no idea why is it still going. It hasn't broken a single lava source yet. So far it seems to be breeding, that thing actually has a decent amount. It's beating all of the other ones, the leaf eating and the seed generator, but considering the fact I can get like a stack of seeds like this, just an entire stack of seeds, and just shove it in. Yeah, I'm not sure. Let me do something like this. Yeah, a whole stack of seeds might be more useful, I don't know. Still hasn't consumed a single lava source. Interesting. Interesting. Yes. Yes. So yeah, what are my thoughts on this? Well, let's consider the tiers you have to get this. To get this monstrosity thing, you need to get this at literally end game. Like, you need to well, at least mid game. I'm gonna say end game because you need an absurd amount of steel just to get it. And yeah, it's pretty absurd, that amount. This you still need steel to get, but it's more easily obtainable than the other one, and it also gives you more power per canister, per item, compared to this guy, which isn't that efficient at all. In fact, that's so inefficient that you can use 2 of these generators here to beat it easily. But considering it's using water, might be worth it. But out of all of them, the most efficient of them all is the empowered canola oil. Simply because it is empowered and it is canola oil now. Yes, because empowered canola oil gives you a lot of stuff, a lot of fuel, and also the fact that empowered canola oil isn't that difficult to make. Yeah, let me show you how you make empowered. To make empowered canola, empowered canola, first you need to get some canola oil and refine it using a canola barrel or a fermenting barrel to refine canola oil. Which is like, I don't know, 5 or 10 seeds, let's say, roundabout. Then you get crystallized, which is 1 seed that you throw into a crystal, atomic energy thingy. Yes, atomic reconstructor, there we go. To make it crystallized, which you make crystallized oil, and then you can empower that. Now, to make the empowered version, it's just 1 crystallized and 4 seeds, so it's relatively cheap. So literally all you're using for the entire process is just canola, and guess what, canola. While with the diesel generator, you have to use pumpkins, melons, potatoes, seeds, all sorts of hoopla and gibberish. So, which is the more efficient? Honestly, I'm going to say that this guy right here is the most efficient. This oil generator with empowered stuff is the most efficient out of every single machine. That being said, this is also pretty efficient as well. It's at least beating out the other machines. Wow. Still generating power. Anyway, yeah, that's gonna keep generating a bit of power. Even a basic seed engine, though, is more powerful than the clockwork engine. So don't even bother making the clockwork engine. It's really not worth your time. P-fired engine's pretty powerful. Biogas engine, sorry. And the P-fired is meh. Considering that you can get it literally from dirt, I guess you can use it. It's not as efficient as the biogas, but yeah. So, I already told you guys which I think is the most useful, the empowered oil, except for the absurdity that you have to do. Let me show you what you have to do. Okay, let's get a bucket of, let me just get canola and just show you what you have to do. You first get some refined canola oil, then you get the crystallized, and then you get the empowered. Because why the fudge not? You have to place it down, to throw the crystallized in, throw the empowered in. There you go. That's how it works. That's it. Now, I wouldn't be bothered by this if if it wasn't so absurd. You go to Empower, you have to place this down. I mean, maybe there's some liquid placers or something. Let me check. Liquid. No, I spelled it wrong. Liquid. If there's a liquid placer, then I say fine, go for it. But if there isn't, meh. Or is it fluid placer? Fluid? Yeah, there is a fluid placer. Okay, never mind. Maybe it's not so stupid. I don't know how to use this stuff. Okay, so again, I have to say, go with the canola. It's actually one of the few that is actually quite good. So yeah, that's all I really have to say. What? Oh, it's a breaker. Okay. So yeah, which is more efficient overall, and which is the most efficient? The most efficient, obviously, empowered canola. Which is the easiest to get? The turbine, but that's late game because it only uses water. So use that to your knowledge. That's it for today. Hope you enjoyed. Bye, everyone.